I don't know if you can tell, but I spilled a little bit of Red Bull on my shirt. Just ignore it. Are you like me and you often carry around like 3 books? You carry like a journal, a sketchbook, and a planner. Also a pen that you usually just like shove into one of these. You put this in your bag, they're moving all over the place, you have stuff going in between them and everything. No bueno. Luckily, my TikTok For You page has just been absolutely spamming me with Luis Carmen leather journals. You think, oh, dude, those are actually really cool. I think that would solve my problem. You look at the price, you go, oh! You go on Amazon to try to find something similar. They're either a little pricey or they just look like crap. But we're in luck because also like me, there are people on TikTok that are broke and also can't afford a Louis Carmen journal. And we have that how hard can it be mentality, you know? So I watched a couple different videos on how I can make one. I was like, that looks actually so easy. You can get the materials for relatively cheap. I think the most expensive material I bought was the leather for like $30-something. Everything else was a couple bucks. So I watched videos on how to make it. Looks pretty simple. So I'm gonna make it for you now. And for me. Making it for us. This is our journal cover. But I get it in the divorce, okay? So let's stop talking and get into how to make it, yeah? We're just gonna start with a template. Usually don't do templates just because I don't really have the patience for them, but I don't want to mess this one up and I don't want to use excess leather that I don't need to use. So I found this template on TikTok by this creator. She actually has like a whole video showing how she makes these kind of journal covers. So I'm basically just copying that. I'm doing one for my 8x5 journals. I have an 8x5 sketchbook and an 8x5 journal. Then I have a slightly smaller than 8x5 planner. So we're doing 8.5 inches, and then it's going to be 5.5 inches, 1.5 inches, 6 inches, 6 inches. And then I did a little extra on the side here. It's about 1/2 inch. Because why not, dude? The way I rounded the corners real nice. I took a little thing of paint, did that, traced it, cut it. For the center hole, it's 4.5 or 4.25 inch up from the edge, and then 3 inches from this edge. So that's exactly center. The grommet holes, I'm gonna be honest, I just kind of freehanded those. I'm debating if I want to do 2 holes. I see some people do 2 holes. I see some people do 1 hole. I'm probably just going to do 1. When we're actually punching the holes and stuff and marking the holes, these holes are also going to go up here, up top. But we're just going to flip the pattern like that. The leather I am using, I got this really, really nice leather. I really like this leather a lot. It's like a dark maroon red, but it has these little bits of like bright red coming through a little bit. And then on the inside, it's this really pretty bright red. A little bit brighter in real life than it is on this camera. So we're just gonna lay it down, trace it out. So we're just gonna flip this. Good? Good. So now, I'm just gonna cut it out. Cool. So there is that. Awesome. Nice, dude. That's gonna be sick. Cool. Now I'm gonna run some tests. So I'm gonna run a test real quick for the eyelets. I've never done this before. So we're gonna see how this works and how this happens. You have to use this little tool. I don't have a like a hole punch, So I'm gonna see if I can get away with just doing a little poke with the X-Acto knife. Okay, there we go. There we go. So we got it fitted in there. That's gonna look so cool. So I think I put this piece down here. Or is it the other way? Yeah, there you go. And then you just tap it. Nice. Very cool. So I gotta do that 13 more times. All right. All the grommets are in place. They are a little wonky. They're not perfectly straight. But you know what? Who cares? I don't. And this is mine. So that's all that matters. What next? String. So for the cord, I just got this like multi-pack of elastic colorful cord. And honestly, I don't really know what color I want. Should I do something funky, like this teal? I feel like this teal would look really cool. Orange could be cool. Yellow feels like McDonald's to me. All right, we're going with the teal. So I think you go here to here. You go 1, 2 and a half. Okay. So I need 3 of these. So about 2.5 lengths. This elastic might be a little thin. I know some people do like a cross kind of thing, but I don't really know how you would do that. So that'll poke through like that. And then you can put like charms on here, which is cool. So the tension that you want, apparently, you don't want to tie it too tight to where it's like that, but you want it to where it's like a little bit lifted off like that, apparently. Yeah, that'll be good. So that's uno. That might be a little bit tight. Like that might be a little much. No, I think it'll be fine. Just want to make sure that it doesn't go any further past that. Cool. So what I'm gonna do for the string around, here's an idea I have. Since the string is a little too thin, I think if I tie a bunch of knots so it doesn't, usually what you would do is you know, what I've seen other people do is you take both the ends of the string, you tie it through here, then you tie a bunch of knots, so then the knot prevents it from being pulled back through the loop. But since this is too thin, what I think I might do, so my idea is, so let me go, I think I did that math right. Yeah, okay. We'll loop around here. We're gonna loop it through the back hole. Okay, so that'll keep it in place. Then we're gonna take these, we're gonna loop it through this little charm that I found that I think is very cute. It's just some flowers. the ends, put them back through this hole. Okay, so now this charm will keep it from falling out this way. And then finally, put this through here. And do a couple little ties. So now that stops it from going through that hole. It's pretty cool. Yeah, see? I think these are just a little too small, so I think these will get upgraded eventually. Perfect. Now we'll close her up. And do... Yeah, dude. Very nice. Yes, sir. Dude. Nice. Yes. Okay. And then I can put some more charms here if I want. If I want to put more charms there. Dude. Awesome. I'm real excited to see how this like ages and stuff. And there we go. It was actually pretty simple. I think this only took me, I think, like an hour. If I would have had an actual hole punch, that would have gone a lot quicker. I honestly am really stoked about this. I love this. I love this little charm. I love the color choice. I might make the strings a little thicker later on, but that'd be an easy just cut and restring them type thing. But yeah, I mean, pretty simple, very effective. You know, it's exactly what I wanted, exactly what I needed, just to keep everything in one solid, you know, thing and just put it right into my bag. I'm excited to see how it ages and how it like looks when it's like all worn in and everything. That's the video. If you like the video, make sure you like the video. If you like me, make sure you subscribe. You can see a whole lot more of me. I think that's all I got. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Baby, you